Hello everyone, George here, and if you saw the last video, then you know I had some big problems with recording stuff. I think I've solved all that, but I made a huge mistake, and that mistake was I didn't save my scene, so I'm going to have to redo everything anyway. So why don't we go ahead and get started, and I'll make this one really quick right off the bat, and hopefully we'll get it done with no time. So, if I remember correctly, one of the first things I did was I used the Spanish plaster, so we're going to throw that down first on the walls. I need to increase that to maybe 3 or 4 iterations. That looks not so bad. Then I'm going to take, what was it, sulfur. I'm going to put sulfur above it. We need to change the colors on sulfur, of course, because that's not what I want. We want this sulfur to be more of blacks and whites, so that it kind of works with the stucco itself. So let's see here. So that's okay. So that says it's red. So so there's saturation. I can't do anything with that now, can I? And that's not doing anything either. So let's move it to the other side. And now see if I can't go through any of these and get what I want. And that's not doing what I want. Here we go. What about, I do it. So let's reduce the variations. There we go. Variation. So we're going to make that 0. We'll take the variation there and make that 0. And then let's see, what is this? Variations in luminance. We're going to crank them both down a little bit, something like that. And let's just do a couple randoms, and we'll go with it. Let me just see. So we don't have a normal map on there. That might be a bit much. So where is the normal map setup? Here we go. Technical, hue shift, normal intensity. I'm going to pop that down kind of low. That's looking okay. We've got height there as well. Let's go ahead now and put this on there by using a smart mask. And I'm going to use, if I remember correctly, I used the moss from above. And that way it's only there at the top and the bottom. Okay. Now, if I want to, I wonder if I should take this and instead of normal, do something like, I don't know, color burn. Excuse me. Ooh, that's a bit much, isn't it? Maybe, what if we do overlay? Ooh, I like that. Although it's got a bit of, what's that, red going into it, which I'm not a huge fan of. No, screen's not good, but just darken. Darken's eh. Light and multiply. No. Well, we're going to use one of these. So what if we use color burn, but we lower it down a bit? But now we're not quite getting all the stuff we wanted before. Linear burn. Overlay. Okay, let's go back over here now and make a few changes then. So that's the underlying color, huh? All right. And the hue variation, I'm going to make all the way down. Let's see. If we can't get something going on here. Not seeing a whole lot going on. So instead of overlay, let's go back to normal really quick. And sorry this is taking so long. I kind of can't remember what settings I was using. So it's taken me a little bit to get back into what this should be. And really, I'm just going to end up playing with this until I like what I see. I need that hue, though, to be adjusted. Can I right-click on this? Oh, 1, I need to do UV tri-linear. And 2, right-click, and let's go to add a filter. And can I do, let's see, something for, let's see, mirror, warp, blur, color balance, color correction, contrast, luminosity. Maybe I can try that. high pass, high blend, gradient, glow. Let's do contrast. Let's see if we can't. All right, maybe we'll go with that. That's good enough. Okay, moving ahead, we will now put down the tile. So the first layer of tile is going to be, where's that blue tile? We're going to put that up here. And we're also going to need that red tile right there. And that's good. This tile needs to be, we need masks for everything. So let's go ahead and put them on. And I am going to need masks for the back as well. So let's add them, and let's go here and start removing stuff. So this should not be impacted. Oh, Spanish plaster's right there. The mask is right there. Excuse me. This should be white. Let's grab that and all of that. Let's go up to the sulfur rock. That is, let's add to that add paint, and then we are going to remove these elements, I believe. No, sorry. I'm going to grab this, and then we're going to add a paint, and then we're going to remove, whoops, this from it. Perfect. Okay. Now then, we have only this and only that. Now we come up to the tile, make sure we're going with our white portion, put that in, go in with the blue stuff, put that in, as well as that. We should be good there. Now we just need to change the size of things. So our UV scale is too large. So I'm trying to remember what it was, because this was a pain in the rear for me to actually get perfectly right. And that's not quite right. So what about 3.1, or was it 2.99 maybe? And just, I wish there was an interactive tool for this. There probably is, and I don't know what it is. So about 3.05. No, that's the wrong direction. So 2.9, how about that? Once again, let's work with that. Getting close. 6.1, very close. 6.15, and how about 6.2? Yeah, I'll go with that. Now to the blue tile itself, we are going to want to, let's see here. Oh, wait, first, before we go to the blue tile, we need to make this work properly. So I do not want, what's it called? Red and black. I want white and black. So let's change a few things here and get it to work out. We're going to adjust that contrast. And now it's going to be a careful balance between, I believe, contrast and luminance is how I did it before. Yeah, we don't need that hue shift. If I bring that, let's see, that's not going to help me. Luminance. Can I get something here? Come on. I remember them being incredibly close in value, and then all of a sudden, yeah, somewhere, they all of a sudden just kind of pop. Yeah, that's getting better. Okay, we're going to go with that, I think. Now, do I want black on the inside or white? I think I want to reverse this. So let's click it, right click, add filter, and let's try inverse. Ooh. Ew, that's definitely not what I wanted. Can I change? See, I can't change any of the colors on this, right? It is what it is, which is such a letdown. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed on that one, it looks like. Unless I figure out more stuff. So let's go to the ceramic tiles then, and at least get these right. So these ones are going to be our red color, a deep red. Like that. Let's move this up in the direction. I'm also going to change the scale of these. Let's add more of them, maybe 4. That's probably not a good number. Let's go to 2 maybe. That's better. I like that. And that's offset everywhere, correct? It looks like it does have a slight bit of waviness to it, a pattern. So I kind of like that. So here's color 1, and this is the grout. So we're good there. And then I'm going to add just a bit of color variation to the tile. That looks nice. Glossy tile density. Oh, okay. How many of them are glossy, I guess? Tile roughness. I'll leave them up a little bit. And tiles in the X and tiles on the Y. So these are whole numbers or integer numbers. Yeah, okay. That's good. We'll keep it like that, I think. This little nub right here is kind of pissing me off, but it's fine. I mean, I could push it or make it kind of fan out from there. Huh. I'm not liking this right now. Something's missing. And I don't know what. It's so devoid of color. It's so just white. I really do want the walls to be more of a gray color. So let's go to the Spanish plaster and bring that down a bit. Okay? Still looks very monochromatic, which I'm not loving. Let's maybe go to the blues. Too much, way too much. And I think it's this that's giving me the problems, the sulfur rock. Maybe it does need a little color. That's way too much. But maybe something that kind of matches these tiles here. Just a tiny bit of red in there. And this, which I'm painting on, so there's the mask. So triplanar, it doesn't really matter all that much in this case, but we'll do it. Invert, what does that look like? Obviously up to down. Levels, we can adjust that. We want that to be probably around there. And then contrast, how hard it's going to hit, right? Yep. Grunge. Let's see. Ambient occlusion, blah, 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 blah. Scratches. Ooh, that's cool. All right, let me see. Interesting. Scatter. Whoa. That is not what I want. What the hell? Scatter. Yeah, that's not good. Inverted. Do a little bit, not too much. Okay, I'm still not tremendously happy with this portion of it. I really do want it inverted. How do I do that? Right click, add filter. Is there a filter here? And not just invert, but something else? I guess invert impacts everything. But I just want to flip it. I wonder if invert can be made to only impact certain portions of it. So if I do that, for instance, ooh, yeah, that did it, didn't it? Okay, I'm already liking that a lot better. The red to black tile with the white, that really does a lot. I like that a lot. Okay, perfect. That's a little bit better. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, there was one thing I did. I added rust, didn't I, before I finished. So let's go back up here to rust and give that a really good darkish. Once again, we're going to keep pushing it towards that red, I think. Something like that. And we'll keep normal on there. Not that it matters, really, but we'll push it a little bit. And the height, it's rust type dirt, so I'll get it a little higher. And now I need the smart materials, smart masks, and there was an edge one that was really good. Let's see, it was dust. Let's see, dust soft maybe? Or dust occlusion. Edge is dusty, edge strong. I guess we're going to have to just try it and see which one works. Dirty dry, you want to try that one? No, that's not what we want. Let's try dust occlusion. Is that the one doing the corner? Yeah, it's doing the corners very nicely. Okay, so I just need to increase that a bit. So let's just turn on triplanar, not that it matters. Let's increase the dirt level so it darkens those edges up a lot. Yeah, this should end up looking really good. It's like putting in your own ambient occlusion along the edges, really. So I got to remember that dust occlusion plus something like that does a really good job. Then there's a grunge, which I can use to kind of push it even further. Scale way too high. You're going to see that pattern. Okay, good. So now all I need to do is actually copy this. So let's grab the entire thing, I think, and make a folder. And whoops, that didn't work. Let's grab it all, stick it in here. And I'm going to call this FNAF Secure Room Wall. Enter. And I'm going to put this into my Smart Materials. I should be able to. Right click. Oh, here we go. Create Smart Material. So now I have that I can then bring into these other parts. And, you know, it's not going to be perfect. I'm going to have to go back in and make changes to everything, obviously. But it's got all the things right there for me to work with. So there it is. It's bringing it in. See, the UVs are completely different, but everything's there. So let's go solo on that one and fix it all up. Okay, open that up. Spanish plaster. Now we just got to start making everything dark again. So let's go ahead to, what do we want to do? Clear that mask. This is the Spanish plaster. The only thing it shouldn't be is whatever. These elements have nothing to do with it, and these elements don't. So it should be all of this and all of that. And now for the sulfur rock, that gets to stay the way it is. Yep. And although the paint layer, I'm going to want to change. So that paint layer, I'm going to nuke. I'm going to right click, add a new paint layer, and I'm going to get rid of all of this because I do not want that impacting anything. Okay, so now for the diamonds, go over here. Let's get rid of everything. Go back here, bring them back in right there, and check that out. Perfect. Now let's go back to, let's see, the ceramic tiles. Once again, just going to get rid of them and then bring them back in. Whoops-a-daisy. There we go. These guys as well. And those ones. And that looks fine. And rust, fine. Here's the dirt one. I believe that's auto-generative, so I shouldn't need to do anything. It should just be correct. Great, so let's turn on the left wall and the right wall really fast and just make sure things are okay. And I'm liking how things are looking at the moment. Obviously, our light source is in kind of a weird place. So if we move it, we'll see that things are actually kind of okay. You can see some little cracks and so forth in the walls and the tiles as well. So that's nice. Okay, moving on. We're going to go now to, let's see, let's bring in the front. And once again, we're just going to add to that the same texture or smart material. Of course, we're going to have to fix everything. So let's zoom out, get rid of it all. Actually, let's just do that really quick. So sulfur, you, and you can all get cleared out. And now let's start fixing things. So Spanish plaster is what? All of this and all of that. This paint layer needs to go, and I need to add a new paint layer. And I'm probably messing something up somewhere, and I'm going to need to go back and figure it out. So there's that. Let's go to this layer. See, now that looks way too harsh, so I'm going to need to figure out what's going on there. That's too much. So I probably screwed something up on the other walls that didn't make it quite like that. Let's bring those in, so those are going to need to be fixed. Do I not have... Well, there's invert, and there's filter. Huh. The UVs on this are way different, so I'm going to have to look into that. And actually, you know what? I could have just moved these up or down, and I would have gotten the opposite pattern. I didn't even think of that. Stupid me. Okay, let's keep going. So you, bam, 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 bam. That one's pretty good. Don't need to worry about it. This one, that's fine as it is. The one that's not fine is the sulfur rock one. We need to mess with that. So if I turn triplanar off, it doesn't do anything. If we go back to sulfur rock, so what is the real problem here? I'm guessing it's this generator. Why are you... It's almost like, so that's paint, and I get rid of everything. Right? There we go. Now we turn this on. Nope. Way too harsh still. All right, so the problem is the paint layer. This now works. Now I right click and I go to paint, add paint, and only in there do I remove it because I want it to actually let everything through from elsewhere into it. So that is correct, I believe, right? Do all of these have that same grit to them? Just want to make sure I'm not screwing something up. All right, so now we're going to need to change the tiling. So let's go over here. This is going to be kind of a pain, isn't it? Because I don't know what the UV scaling is. Because I didn't make things absolute. I maximized the UV space for all of them. So that's a little bit of a problem. So the scale is going to need to be larger. So let's just keep doing that until we get really close to something. And 7.2, so 7.2, so that'll be just 7, I guess. Then maybe 6.9. That's not so bad. That might actually work. Except that my offset is like a complete wrong offset. But maybe if I don't invert that, that fixes that problem, doesn't it? And yeah, see, it's getting some grit from something. And I guess it's the rust. Yes, the rust is causing a problem. But if it's causing a problem there, it's going to be causing a problem on all of them. So there's no reason to go back and change that, I think. So I might as well just go with it. And maybe maybe try to align these a little bit better on the sides. So one of these is probably going to get screwed up, but oh well. Going back here, let's go to this and start pushing things around. So yeah, see, that one's kind of messy. 1.5. Yeah. Let's unlock the UV scales and start breaking things and being a bad person and hoping the user won't notice what I'm doing. Close. Very close. Very close. 4 and 3.5. Okay, we'll go with that. That's very good, very close. I don't think it's going to cause any more problems. Now, I am going to take this entire thing and just copy it this time around. So I'm going to copy the whole thing because this should be very similar to the back in terms of how everything's set up. So I shouldn't need to do much work. So let's do a paste right there. And I mean, it's not laid out the same, but we're going to have an easier time with the UVs being of the right scale and size. So starting back again with the Spanish plaster. Let's get rid of everything and bring it back in there and there. Let's go to the sulfur rock, go to the paint part, add it to everything, and then we are going to get rid of it here and here. Oh no, wait, I can't do it that way. Delete that layer, right click and add a paint layer again, and then, no, yeah, get rid of it there, there and there. Okay, perfect. Now we got our diamonds, and let's grab this and get rid of it first, just easier that way. Come on, frame up. Now we can add our diamonds everywhere. Oh, we only want diamonds in the center. So let's go ahead and get rid of them on the lower part and the upper part. Okay, so now we're back in the ceramic part of the tiles, and we don't want that anywhere. So we'll get rid of that, and we'll bring it back there and there and there and there. And rust fine is fine as it is. No reason to play with that. Great, so now we have all 4 walls finished. Are we upside down? No, we're not upside down. Now we're going to have to do the ceiling and the floors. Okay, this video is getting a little long. We're almost at 30 minutes, so I'm going to stop and pause it there. Fingers crossed that the technique I learned for making sure that I can actually export these things out properly is going to work. And then I'll see you in the next video where we'll clean up the, we'll do the ceiling and the floor. We'll export everything out, get it into Unity, and see how the new security room looks. Okay? Thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. So long. Bye.